Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about the gap. And the gap in what? The gap of who you want to be or who I want to be and who you are now or who I am now. And I want to kind of talk about why that's actually a good thing to have. And if you're feeling, whether it's like anxious or frustration or kind of like you're being held back and you just want to reach that point, but like there's so many obstacles in your way, I want to explain why that is actually a really good thing. So first of all, in most cases, this means you're comparing yourself now with who you want to become versus comparing yourself with other people around you, which is oftentimes it's going to have a more negative impact on you versus comparing yourself with who you can be and who you know you will be. And then just the difference between that is the time and effort you put in to reach that person. Because it's kind of like you're taking that future reality and trying to pull it to you as fast as possible. And the moment you can actually become that person is when you succeed in bringing that reality to you. To be fair though, in most cases, at least the people I know and knowing for myself, once you reach that person, you want to become a person that's even beyond that. So it's like a mountain you're trying to scale, but every time you reach a peak, you're like, wait, this isn't actually the peak. There's another peak over there, and it's going further and further. And I think it's definitely good to kind of see the end peak and where that is, but I think it's more important and more beneficial to see each one at a smaller margin or a smaller distance and a more, I don't know if attainable is the right word, but just over attainable. Like where you know you can get to, and then right here. Like that should be your goal. Because if you know you can get to a place, it's not gonna push you far enough. If you aim for somewhere higher than where you know you can reach, that's really gonna make you push and do harder and do what's needed and what's required, not what you're capable of. Because what you're capable of will never push you out of your comfort zone. What you're capable of is what you've been doing in the past and what's brought you to who you are today. So becoming who you want to be is not going to be the same actions. It's not going to require the same actions that you have done to get to who you are today. It's going to require new actions, a more significant amount in quantity, in both quantity and quality of actions to reach to who you actually want to become. So going back to why it is a good thing and why you shouldn't feel or I shouldn't feel frustrated, sad, mad about those emotions of frustration, anxiety. I think frustration is a really good word, so I'm going to define it as that. So the reason you're feeling that and the reason I'm feeling that is because we know we can get to who that person is. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And every day that we are not that person, it's like what could I have done yesterday? What can I do today to get closer to that person? And sometimes the answer is nothing. Like there's literally nothing you can do that day. And it might be a day for you to take off or a day for you to rest, because that's really what's going to help you push forward. And sometimes there's going to be days with the opportunity of a lifetime or opportunity of that week where if you don't do this, you will not be able to project yourself or propel yourself forward. And doing that in that day is going to help you push forward. A lot of those opportunities come from the daily act of being consistent and doing what you need to do every day. And this is really where the need for consistency and the value of doing everything every day comes. Because think about it this way. Let's say you live in a desert and it rains once a year. So 1 out of 365 days it rains. And that's a very low percentage. That's 0.3%, whatever. That means your chances of success is 0.3%. But that's not true. If you're outside every day for 365 days, your chance of success is 100%. So in life, being where you're born and who you're born around is very much luck. And we don't have much control over that. So I'm not going to argue that there's no luck. However, in terms of opportunities and places to grow, I would argue that there is not so much as luck, versus consistency and the drive and the hunger to grow. Because again, if you're outside every day in that desert, you are guaranteed 100% chance that you will catch water on the day it rains. Now, if you miss one day, your chances go way down. And that's why, again, like that growth curve happens at that 99, 100% versus 97, 98, whatever. So make sure you're doing everything you can to always be there and always be present, and always strive to succeed. On the days where it's hard, that's all right. Just don't let yourself fall too much back. There's a quote I like where it's on the days, on the hard days, don't allow yourself to fall, and on the good days, push as far as you can. Now I butchered that quote pretty badly, but that's the gist of it. It's when you know you can push forward, go 100% and push as far as you can. When you feel like you're gonna fall back, just try to maintain. You don't need to go forward that day. Going forward that day is maintaining and staying level at where you are. That's all I got, and I don't want this video to get cut off. So if you enjoyed it, drop a like, subscribe. If you didn't, leave a hate comment below, and I will catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.